This is not just a warm-up. These are preparation drills designed to get your whole body ready for dynamic practice. You'll build mobility, control, strength and coordination all in one flow. Perfect for all levels with playful variation even advanced movers will enjoy. So, whether you're into soft acrobatics, dance or simply want to move more freely, this is your go-to preparation. First things first, before going into crazy postures or patterns, I simply want to go into the floor and for a minute just move around, trying to sense how my body is feeling today. I view this step as extremely important, although I see so many people skip it, just blindlessly going into a prescribed workout. Today I don't feel overly tight, anything specific, so my warm-up doesn't need to be that long. The first minutes of my practice are always very intuitive and meant to estimate what I'm needing for the rest of the session. Because my practice consists of me going onto my hands quite a bit, I want to make sure that these guys are nicely warmed up. This is how. Usually I'm starting very relaxed with these cat paw walks, simply walking around my hands into different positions and already finding a little bit of a stretch here and there, still quite intuitive. Loading the outside of the wrists also makes sense, although do this one a little bit more carefully. You know how the saying goes, you are only as strong as the weakest link in the chain. The knuckle push-up. You can see this one as an equivalent to the calf raise, working not only the muscle but the control of your fingers, hand and your forearm. Try to get at least 10 repetitions and you can vary by pushing more towards the pinky or your index finger. Now let's go into the wrist rock. I place my fists on the floor and I try to slowly bring them towards the front and the back portion, bending my arm whenever it's necessary. Working the repetitions, and once I feel ready I can try to load them a little bit more, until I maybe can do them in a full push-up position. If you feel that your wrists are constantly unstable, this one could really make all the difference. And simply finishing off with a little bit of wrist circles and shakes to give them some good blood flow. After our wrists, let's go into our feet and the ankles. So you see, we work from the extremities and slowly build towards the center. Our feet are the foundations of the body, so it only makes sense to give them some love as well. These ones are great and basically imitate very basic Japanese sitting positions. Now imagine how your body would change if instead of sitting on a chair you would go into kneeling more often. This one is a dynamic version, the fisherman squat, where you basically try to roll up your shin and enter this unilateral, meaning one-sided squat. A great one. The deep squat is one of the positions that I kind of view as a stem cell. It is one that later on can be used in so many disciplines, moves and patterns. So I really want to make sure to feel warm in this position. At first, sinking deep and wiggling myself as deep as I can. Later, I can try to find movement options like bringing my knees towards the front. Same as the seiza sit in Japanese culture, the squat is a very foundational sitting position in many parts of the world, but of course, we need to relearn it in our society. But it's no problem, we can easily do that. You can simply squat down as low as you can, try to squeeze your knees towards the side. Now this one is a great exercise to stretch out your calves and work on the ability of your knee to travel far over your toes, which, hint, is nothing bad if you train it over time. Don't let yourself be fooled or scared by trainers saying otherwise. And on days where I have extra tight hips, I love this cross-leg position, opening up into a pancake and trying to get different angles down in order to open up my hips even more. While leg mobility in general is often a neglected part of training, the ability to spread your legs and really stretch the inside of the thighs is even more so. So with this task, you can slowly open up your hips and follow Shakira's advice. Hips don't lie. At this point, I'm ready to take a little bit more loading. Usually for the lower body, I love the Cossack squat. I made a video about it. You can check it out here, so you can learn also this one. In theory, it's quite simple. Widen your base and squat down towards either side. But of course, the practical side is always a little bit more tricky. So go and watch the tutorial. Deep switches are nice, and so are these deep rotations into a lunge and back into the Cossack. Even if your Cossack squat is not that refined yet, this task will be possible for you. You can simply let your heel of the bent leg float, so really allow yourself to cheat with your body as much as you can. This twisting motion feels so good in your hips, you don't want to stop. At least I don't. We have worked quite a bit on the ability to compress the body. Let's now give it a little bit more time in order to open up the body with one-arm bridges. If you frequently watch my videos, thank you by the way, you already know that I love the one-arm bridge. For this one, try to not have your base too spread out. Feet and hand quite close together, so you can really push your hip as tall as possible. You can either do repetitions, or you can also hold the top of the bridge, trying to wiggle yourself into a position that feels nice, which can take a little bit of time. This one at first really can be a struggle. If you're just starting out with this exercise, you will probably notice that extending your hip beyond the horizontal line is quite tough. But of course, after some time, also you will be able to figure it out. And afterwards, there are so many cool options with the bridge. I made a video about this too, simply check it out. In the middle of this whole video, please remember that warming up is something very individual. It depends on who you are, how your state of physicality is, and also what you want to work on next. This is a warm-up that I like to use in order to feel ready for dynamic movements such as acrobatics. But if you need a little bit more specific warm-up, then check out my conditioning playlist and you will find plenty of different tasks for plenty of different body parts, found in the video description. If you are still here, please remember to give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section. We've worked a bit on the upper, a bit on the lower body. With this move, let's combine both of them. Most likely you already know the Cobra and the downward dog position, but did you know you can really play with them and make them truly dynamic and your own? Well, I simply start out by wiggling myself into all of these positions and trying to get my body nice and loosened up. Then I'll try to find a little bit more flow in between the positions, adding some tempo changes, constantly wiggling around and trying to make my body open up. Even if you want, you can extend one of your legs like a cat's tail, surge in this space and go again into your rolling Cobra. Now, the limitation really is your imagination in this one. And of course mobility and strength. Just feels great. Because I'm going into arching acrobatics in my practice, I want to make sure to include the diagonal stretch, which I've also broken down. Check it out here. A couple repetitions in a couple different variations, and I will be ready to go for my practice. As this exercise is going to be the last one for this video, let's make the most out of it. At first, keep both of your legs bent and try to reach back. Whoa, don't lose balance. Touch your calf and if you can, even your heel. Now with time you can try to straighten out your front leg and arch back deeper and deeper. Of course, if there is slight discomfort in your back, take it easy and simply touch your calf or even just behind the knee. And before finishing the video, just a quick question. Do you want to experience more flow in your movement? Then I've got something for you. Enter the Flow is a completely free, yes you heard it, free online program for you, containing high quality video breakdowns. You can simply check it out by clicking in the video description, typing in your mail address and opening up the mail. Download the program, happy practice. Thank you so much for watching this video, see you in the next one.